So the oh, there's me. Hi me. So big 645 CI. I knew when I lifted this cover off here, right? This is like signs of corrosion or this kind of shit here, right? Right. That's water. Right. If my camera will focus. Right. There's water on that plug there. And I bet that is the sensor in question. Right. So I don't think it is. It's meant to be located underneath. But this is all still, that's still wet, right? I can feel that's still wet. So you can actually see the moisture on it. So you see the water droplets there, right? Water droplets no more. So I need to get some more bits off. So obviously I've just lifted the bench seat out at the minute. I probably will need the centre console out it. But we're going to try and get this front section up. You see the back section goes up, and then I think it comes off, right? Yeah, that comes off. Lovely stuff. And then so I'll probably need the centre console out it because the carpet goes right underneath it. So it does split into two carpets. Right, it does split into two carpets, so we'll get it all out and we'll see what's going on. Yes, man. Swimming. Right, look at that. Right, that's been like that for 2 years. Jesus Christ. Not good. That's better, the camera's facing the right way now, but I mean, you've all seen that. Absolutely swimming, guys, eh? Absolutely swimming, man. I can't believe this car's had what it's done to it. People's been messing about with steering. God, why not actually listen to the fucking customer? Right, that all needs to come out. Right, so we've still to get to the driver's side on it. We still need to take the driver's seat out and we're still trying to figure out the centre console. I've got some gubbings off here, I've got the ashtray out, that's up in my toolbox. So the front section of carpet but is an issue. That is absolutely sodden as well. Right, so if you see here, right, watch my glove's soaking, right? So that front carpet there, it's not as bad as the back, but it is soaking. You can see the water droplets on there, right? Yeah, you can just about see them, right? So there's a big drop of water here, right? So it's definitely, oh there you go, you can see it running out it, right? Right, so it's all running out of there. So problem being with the front carpet is, right, it's a dash out. Look at all of that out. But a dash in the heater box would need to come out it. So I've got a plan, but I've got a plan, so we'll just need to see if we can do it without taking the dash out. I mean, we can do what we need to do by leaving the front carpet in, to be honest, but you want to do the job right, it needs to be dried, doesn't it? The car will always stink as well, so I mean, I've had it in the dealer before. And what I used to say to customers is, like, they've not authorised the new carpet, right? What to do is come back in a month and complain of a smell. When you come back in a month, we'll then replace your carpet under warranty. But what they would say is right, water leak, fix the water leak, clean all the carpet, valet it, shampoo it, put it back to the customer, and you just can't get a smell at it. So, well, I can't get this bit out either. I've had to come round the metal bar for the seat belts, so that'll be a pain putting that back together. So we basically get the centre console to get out, another seat, and then it'll at least allow us to get the back section of carpet out. So we will go and remove this seat at the moment. Okay, so we get that seat out there, right, and we're into the centre console, and I was struggling, so as you do, I had a little look on the line, and Google provided a little video from a guy called BMW Guy. So thank you, BMW Guy, on the YouTube. Hey, there we go, some screws in there. I'll put them in there, okay. But I've only watched to this part of the video, so we'll leave them out of there just now. We'll put them down on the floor just now, just in case there's more gubbings under here. Is there anything under here? Yes, see, I hadn't watched this far, so there's two in there. Those ones are pretty obvious, but to be honest, that's where they normally are. But these, I would have probably been looking for these for God knows how long. Right, so that's the best thing to do. Right, if you're not sure, don't spend hours looking, just have a wee look on the line. Don't be too precious to look on the line, you know. I used to have an apprentice, and he used to come up and just ask me, how'd you do this? And then I would say, have you even looked at the manual, mate? Right? And then years later, once he was time served, you would hear him, and somebody would come out and ask him, hey Greg, you know how to do this? And he'd be like, read the fucking manual. So aye, Greg's a good guy. He's a good guy, he's a good lad. Still going in this game. So we've all need a talky bit. We'll go with that one. I think it might be that one. So let's see. Is that a 30? That's a 30. So hopefully all 30s. Look like 30s to me. BMW 30. Audis do 25s. Yeah, 30 it is. Right, so we'll get this out. Thanks BMW guy, that was a massive help. Those 2 screws, that was the only ones I had to look at, to be honest with you. I knew there was one there because I'd already popped the covers off there. I don't think there's anything underneath here, we just need to poke that in. We have to take all that gubbins off, all the fascias and all that off. There is 2 little screws, right, so don't just pull and hook at that. You need the fan, the vents out first, right, and then you can get the rest of it out basically, because there is those 2 screws in behind there, as you can see, which go up to there. So well, I've got 2 bolts under there as well, see them? So we'll get those 2 bolts out, right? That will allow us to get, for sure, this rear section of carpet out, and then we can leave that to dry somewhere. I can't believe that we're doing this 2 years later and this is what's happened. Yeah, yuck, nail. So we'll get the centre console out it, and then we'll plug the machine into it, basically a diag machine. You see we've got panel off underneath there, panel off underneath there, all of this gubbins, 2 seats. So I've been at it for a while now. So well, I think the BMW guy said, I think 8 to 15 hours. No, I had 4 hours, right? But maybe I've looked at it wrong. Maybe it's 4 hours for the rear section, right? And then 15 hours for the front, because it looks like you would need to dash it. But like I say, might be a way around it. Just depends. Just depends, to be honest with you. Might be a way around it. I've no spoken to the customer about my way around it yet. Man, the BMW's always put together with loads of stuff, man. Loads of stuff. So, right, even to get the middle section of carpet out, the rear section of carpet as they're calling it, we need all that handbrake and all that off as well. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Right, so still puddles in it for 2 years ago. Right. There's plastic under there, but you can see it's full already. Right, so right, full. Right, so we need to let it drain from underneath. Right, so obviously you can see all of that. Right, that is possibly one of the speed sensors there. I'm not sure. Right, that might not be a speed sensor. Right, believe it or not, that might be the speed sensor here. Right, so we'll need to put the machine back on it. Right, but so this side is the driver's side. I think this was the side. What the hell was that for? It's taped up anyway. It's not been meat, whatever it is, but it's a wire for something. So obviously we've got a load of wires off, right, but that's no one we've did. So we'll need to put the machine back in, fire up, and then see what one of these sensors has went bad. If one of these sensors has went bad, we need to check these, but because we're definitely getting a speed signal from somewhere. Right. Doesn't seem to be any signs of corrosion on it, and there is. Yeah, there's seals in there, so they should stay dry at least. But this one could have been submerged in the water, and you can see how that works, right? Bolted onto the floor. And it's basically, I think that's your G. Lateral G force sensors, so yaw and lateral G. Right. Could be something to do with that. Right, but these may be the sensors here, I'm not sure yet. So my knees are absolutely soaking. Right, absolutely soaked, man, just by removing that carpet there, man. Eh? So yeah, just shows you. Right, I've not added any water to that, man, guys. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Right, so, you know, I think we might be on the right track here. I really do. I really do. Right, well, exhaust is in here. I'm not sure what module, but this one's soaking as well. Right. Alright, absolutely brilliant. Just right, so all that need to come out as well. Right, because just even if we fix the fault, we'll just come back. Right, so the problem I've got is the carpet is in two sections, in the dash, the heater box, and everything is on top of it. So to get that out, we need to cut it. I'll take the dash and the heater box out it. So it's decision time for the customer, to be honest with you. And then I'll need to strip this a wee bit further to see if I'm going to make the decision to cut it, because you want it sitting nice, you don't want it to be ruining the carpet. I mean, it might not get the smell out of this carpet, right? It might just always stink now. But if we could get in and cut it up the middle here somewhere, then hopefully it'll be okay once it's all back in, you know, and it keeps all its rigidity and all that kind of stuff. Let's see what it's like under here. Right, so the husband's obviously taking out the bits he can. I'm assuming this is the active steering module, right? That's all soaking in there. Right, so still got a bit of trim on the now, right? But we'll see if we can just get the carpet. I'll take it off, right? Hold on. Right, now I've folded that back, man. Oft the smell horrendous, man. But like, so that there, guys, is just absolutely sodden in water. See it? Right, so that's sodden in water. Right, all of that, you can see the water and you can see the rust on the bolt, right? I'd imagine this is the module, right? And see the fact that all these bits of foam have been cut kind of tells me, and there's earth wires down there that are the bolts are out anyway. So I'd imagine, because I've not found any other modules in here, so I found the two sensors which the manual said it would have, and I've now found a module which is under the driver's footwell. I thought, looking at the manual, it was in the passenger's floor rear. Obviously that must be it then. Might not be, I'm assuming, right? So this would need to come out, because that there, right, soaked, right? So that there is still wet, right? So you can see, right, there's water still coming out it, right? Right, so you can see it. It's still, that's still wet as well, right? So this is more just damp, but this bit here is wet. Right, so there you go. Let's see if we can get, there's a bit of it out, right? So look, which, right, so all this is no good for your car electrics, man. Never ever good. That water and electrics is just something that don't mix. So yeah, I can see, oh geez, that's slit. Right, so let's see if we can get that out, right. Yeah, it's just all absolutely sodden with water. Squelchy. Soaking and not the good kind. We'll see if we can identify what's going on with these sensors in a little bit for the day. So I'm going to get away this to get it all dried, because there's no point in fixing it if it's not fixed. If it's not dry, we know how the water get in, so hopefully it's not get any more water leaks. Could be, but I mean, you think it'd be really wet if it was still leaking, you know. I think it'd be full up in here. Right, all of that there just out of the one bit of plastic, right? And look at them one. Right, and she's still dripping. So thankfully the drum girl streets on a hill, we know be flooded, but if that's what's come out of there, you know, every time you stand on the carpet it'll just squeeze a bit out, so it's no good. So we can see here the yaw velocity 1 and the yaw velocity 2. Velocity 2 doesn't seem to be doing anything. We have a lateral acceleration 2. In fact, they're both moving, and this yaw velocity. So we'll unplug here, see what happens. Something's still affecting it somewhere. So let's unplug the next one to see what goes on. Still have some fluctuation there. Let's unplug this other one, see. Right, so these are all unplugged now. Right, and all of this voltage has stabilised. Right. So minus, it's obviously went onto a memory. We'll come back out here, right, and we'll go back in just to see it. Reload. Right, you can see we've been getting that message in yellow, so we can see there. We've been getting that message there in yellow, right? Now it's went red. So I think definitely these sensors are going to want replaced. So you can see it's all stable now. We'll plug them back in, right, one at a time. There you go. As soon as I plug that one back in, it's all started jumping about there. The car isn't moving, the car isn't running. Plug that one back in now. Pause here and we'll. It should be able to reach over with it. I don't want to kneel on the carpet again because, well, these bits of foam are soaked as well. So we'll plug this one back in. Right. Oh aye. So it's all going crazy again. Right. So it's all going crazy. Unplug this one. Right. Right, so I've unplugged the two floor sensors and that's stopped. So I think we need to query these sensors, you know, why are they doing that? Right, because for me the car isn't running, right, isn't moving, there's no even the engine running, right. So I'll plug these back in, I'll cycle ignition, see if that message there goes back to yellow. Screen wash, service. Airbag, obviously we got the airbags off. It's still red, but we do have a lot of things unplugged. So certainly we'll do it again, right, just to confirm. Keep our ignition on. Unplug the first one. Still got some fluctuations there. Right. Unplug that one and it all stops. Right, so unplug this one, plug it back in, sorry. Right, I'll unplug it again, you can see that it goes to that minus, see it? Just where it connected, where it disconnected, it goes to that minus 17, that's it connected back in now. For me this car isn't rocking about or nothing like that, we shouldn't be getting anything on that. So I'm not going to need to query these now. So yeah, it's in bits, man, and well, the customer says we can come up and get the carpets and vac all the water out of them, man. Jesus. So we'll just let it run, we'll let it sit there, right, and we'll let it drip overnight, and then we'll get it and we'll flip it round and we'll do the same again, because these bits are sodden as well. So you can see where the water has went to. So yeah, a load of water. I mean, the car does have a glass roof, so it's got a big glass roof and all that. So I mean, it's not to say it doesn't have a leak, but I'll put a wee clip in, man. Some rain in Scotland, it's pretty horrendous, man. I reckon if it was leaking, you know, I mean, we'll check it. I mean, we'll see if we can get this steering issue fixed, and then we'll recheck basically that there is no water leaks. There's nothing you can do, it's just